Did she say that?
Oh, I think you did. She said it.
Hello, 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 and welcome. I always say that.
I love it. It's so good.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to Bethany.
That's me.
There you go. Excellent. Bethany and I, we've worked together.
Yes.
Yes?
Yes.
Bethany's taken lessons.
I have.
We are friends.
We are friends.
We're also neighbors.
Oh my God.
Oh, don't tell anybody. Well, I asked Bethany to do this interview because I really wanted her to share the things that she knows are important to you. Okay? So, Bethany, why don't you tell people, what got you involved in singing and loving to be on the stage?
Being on the stage. That's
Okay.
a big question. No. I think the thing that most inspired me to become a singer and to be on the stage was my father. He is also a singer and a musician as well. And I just remember seeing him on stage in our church, seeing him do lessons with you. He did recitals with Marquita, and I was like, oh my God, he's so good, and it looks so fun. So that's what initially spurred my love for singing and theater.
Yeah.
And then it was just it further grew when I got into middle school. In 6th grade, I went to this school called Pacoima Middle School, and I was in the musical theater program, and that just took me there. I got involved with doing stage musicals, acting, and so that kind of built that fire in me to really become a performer.
Wow.
So
Yeah, you really love the theater.
I do. I love it.
And that's the thing that is so inspiring to others when they see, oh my gosh, she really loves what she's doing.
You can tell. You can always tell when someone's in it for their passion and their love for it, and when some people are in it just to be, just seen.
I want to be a star.
Yeah, I want to be a star. Yeah.
Okay, it's a lot of hard work.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think people realize how much hard work goes in to any kind of profession.
Yes.
Any kind of profession. But they think because you can speak and you can, carry a tune here and there, that everything is easy.
Oh, no.
And it isn't. It takes work, right?
Hard work and dedication and time and focus. You can't just get up there and do it.
Yeah, I'm just going to sing today. I'm going to be a star tomorrow.
Yeah, it's easy. Do it tomorrow.
Totally. Well, now what's happened is that, you also did shows. We did shows together.
Yes.
And talk about how important it is to keep your muscles in good order. And I talked to Halima.
Yeah.
She knows Halima. Okay?
I do.
Yes, we did.
We love Halima.
Yes, we did an interview before, and we talked about keeping muscles together. So talk about the importance of, keeping your muscles together, regiment, having to, deal with that.
Yeah, it's very important. The voice, like any other muscle in the body, requires exercise, rest. To keep going, to keep working it.
Consistency.
And consistency, that's the word I was looking for. It's very important to, not only preserve your voice, but to keep working at it. I know when I took some time off singing, I noticed when I hadn't been practicing as much, it was hard to get back into doing it like I used to. It wasn't like I could hop back in and everything was fine. My muscles weren't exercised enough with that.
Yeah, and you've got natural talent. I mean, your talent is there.
Yeah.
It's like myself. I always sang.
Yeah.
But when I didn't vocalize, when I didn't work my muscles, and a lot of people that have talent, unfortunately, tend to take it for granted.
Yes.
Tend to think, oh, it's going to always be there. The thing is, it isn't always there, okay? No. So understand, if you, like us,
yes,
just love singing and you've been singing, you can't slack off. Or if you do, if you do slack off, then get back into a regimen, get back into working your muscles, because you'll regret the fact that you didn't. And I think I touched on this also when we talked with Halima, that pros tend to let go because there's so many things that come in, and then you've got life coming in. And when life comes in, it's like, I don't have a chance. I don't have time. Look at this. I've got to get on stage. And so you rush on stage, and all of a sudden you start noticing problems with your voice, right?
Yes, that's so true.
Yeah, and then, you wonder, well, why don't I have the voice that I used to have? Well, I'm 76. Don't tell anybody. Okay, yes.
Don't say anything.
Mum's the word. And I'm singing strong now. And I'm, before there were several years, and you were here. I wasn't singing as strong as I was singing now.
I do notice it's more oomph, if that makes sense.
Yes.
When I've seen you perform now, there's a lot more
Oomph.
That's the only way.
We want the
Yes.
oomph. It's so good. We both have the oomph. Laughing is so good for the soul.
Yes.
It's good for the heart. It's good for your digestive system. It's so good. So we try to do it as much as we can.
All the time.
And it's true. That's the whole thing. I really wasn't practicing as I should. I could get around and cop.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
you know what I mean? And we all know that when we're pros and we can get around things, you tend to do that.
Yeah.
But the fact is, in your head,
Yes.
that
I need to do better. I can't
you
just
could have
skate
done
by.
better.
Yes.
It's like, oh, it kills you. It killed
Yes.
me. And it killed me so much that I said, Marquita, let's get with it. So I cracked the whip. I started practicing. And now I'm like, the voice just has responded.
Yeah.
So much, but I'm diligent. And with the Singing for a Lifetime, it's, I have to pause. This is a group that gets together every week. It's online, just doing vocal exercises. That has really helped me because every week I do different exercises and I do it with them, and we work out our muscles.
Yeah.
Now, it's not a long time, maybe 20 minutes or so, but it keeps reminding me, hey, keep up. And the other times when I do it, that just helps me is when I'm in my car going to the gym.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, do the
all
exercises.
the exercises, yeah.
Yeah, don't listen to the radio. Don't listen to somebody else sing,
Yeah.
right? Because we want to be the singers.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's when it helps me too. So I have these times where I'm definitely doing it every week, and it really helps. Now, what helps you to do your vocal exercises?
I think
Setting an alarm.
I know. Setting an alarm, setting aside time, because I do know sometimes you can get so caught up in the day that you don't stay diligent with what you need to do, and I'm totally guilty of that even to this day. Marquita knows. So I have to
We've worked on that.
Yes, we have. So I have to set time for myself and find areas at my job even where I can go and work, usually my lunch or during a break, that 10 minutes that I have, and work on the voice that way. When I get home and I have time to work on it then. And you don't want to be too hard on yourself because I know sometimes it can be easy to fall to the wayside, but you do need to make sure that you're always picking yourself back up and doing it because it's so important.
Because we all falter.
Yeah, but
You
you just make sure you never stay down, and that's something that Marquita has taught me that has really helped. Don't stay in the muck and don't stay in the, I'm tired, I don't want to do it. Find time to get back up and do what you need to do.
Keep focused here into the positive, right?
Exactly.
Do you want to talk to that? Because I know where, say a teeny bit about where you're teaching and the fact that that's helped you to realize certain things, to keep positive, not negative, and not pull yourself down.
Not pull
like
myself
you're
down.
saying.
Yes. So I work at a middle school. That is an explanation in itself. But sometimes when you're in that space, it can be easy to be taken by the stress and everything there. But as an educator and as a leader, I have to remind myself that I'm helping these kids as well. So I have to help myself, because if I can't help myself and have me be positive and good, I can't be there for the kids.
So true.
So
true.
And then I was telling Marquita the other day that we had a lesson on socio-emotional goals and interests for the kids, and she was talking about the positives and negatives, the influences in our lives, the good criticism, the bad criticism, and how you have to filter through that and find out and see what's most helpful and what's not. And so that helped me, in turn, hearing that, I think, to remember and remind myself that there is always going to be positive and negative, and both those things can help you grow. But
even the negative.
Yeah, even the negative can help.
Negative, actually, learning that the losses are the biggest learning.
Yes.
It's like, I really don't want to go through this, though, right?
Yeah.
But it's so good because you learned, and that's the only way that you get better, is by really getting over the losses, getting past them, and keep going.
Exactly.
Which so many people stop, right?
Yeah. Marquita knows me best. It's very easy to stop because that it's comfortable. I'm not saying it's like good, but you feel comfortable in that. It's like, oh, I got this now, so I don't want to do it anymore. And it's easier if I just stop. But that's no life to live.
Exactly. It's so much easier not doing, being in that comfort zone, even when it's bad for you, right?
Yes.
And that's what we both have to watch, and that's what so many of you have to watch too. That's why we're talking about this, because we want to tell you as pro singers that, it's okay. We go through it too. Don't think that you're alone. And don't think that it's only you.
Yeah.
Because it's so easy to think it's only me. Everybody else does fine. Everybody else is happy about their voice. And no, are you kidding?
No.
No, we all go through the negative thoughts. We all go through the put downs, the questioning. But the difference is, do we get up?
Yes,
do we go forward?
Yeah.
And yes, we always do. So it's so important that we allow ourselves the legacy of, I flopped, but it's going to be okay.
Yes.
It's like so important that you realize this and keep this in your back pocket when you feel bad, okay? Right?
Yes, indeed.
Now, what else did you want to share? I think there's something that you started doing or following through on. Go ahead, talk to it.
So I am starting to dabble into songwriting, and as we talk about, negativity and being, fearful, it's something that has always been kind of scary to me, but I've just been feeling really inspired lately, and life is too short to be afraid and to not try, because like what you said, having regrets, you don't want to wake up one day and I could have done all this, and you didn't.
Yeah,
and you can't go back. Yeah.
This and that.
So that's what I'm starting to do. It's mostly been my poetry that I'm turning into song and trying to edit things out that, can be too long-winded, because poetry can be long-winded.
Yes.
And I've been starting to collaborate with my brother. He's also a musician and he sings as well. So
John
Redwood.
John Redwood.
Remember that name.
And John did Let It Be. And I think Let It Be is already out because our interview, I think, is going to be after that.
Okay.
So he did the piano on Let It Be. So he not only plays piano, but he plays drums, and he does sing.
He does sing.
Yeah.
He also plays a little guitar. He won't admit it sometimes, but I'm like, I'm going to brag on you if you're not going to brag about yourself. So
that's the older sister.
Yes.
She's coming through.
Yes.
How
so
great.
I feel very grateful to not only, know Marquita, but also come from a very musical family.
Yes.
That, with all families, you have, struggles and parents with fear and wanting you to not live a certain way, but have a certain career path. But because we're so into music, they've always been so supportive. They've come to every show. They've encouraged and pushed. Because sometimes, like with Marquita, that push is needed when you're afraid or you don't want to do something. They're like, nope, get on it. This is your talent. This is your gift. So
yes.
I'm very grateful.
Yes.
To have them.
Yes. And, you started songwriting, so you're going to be following through with that.
Yes.
Okay.
Making sure. This is on tape, so I have to follow through.
It's very true,
Yes.
though. That's what happened to me. I had like 10 songs, and I finished them. But the thing was that I had thought about writing songs. I had written songs.
Yeah.
I had one song I was trying to play for like a decade.
Yeah.
I could not play it, and I finally said, this is crazy. And so I gave myself a situation where I couldn't get out of.
Yeah.
And I knew I needed to write the rest of the songs. It was for a Christian CD.
Okay.
And so I figured, okay, 12 songs. And I'd already written part of one or two or three.
Yeah.
So I told everybody I knew that I was going to write one song a month.
Yeah.
And it was like, okay, why did I say that?
Yeah.
Right? Isn't that so?
Yes,
You wonder,
yes.
like,
be quiet.
well, I did. And you know what? I finished every song. And in December, I did the last song. I finished the 10 songs.
That's wonderful.
Yes, it is. And the only reason is because I put it out there.
Yeah.
Like she's doing. Bethany is doing exactly it. So that is one aid. Putting it out there to your friends. And, put it out there if you feel insecure to people that are not going to bring you down.
Yeah.
Not people who are going to say, "Oh, you really think you're going to do that?
Yeah,
I don't think so."
Yeah. Yeah.
No. So bring it to people. Tell them that you're going to do a certain thing, and put a time limit on it. So if you don't make it at that exact time, you're still going to do it because it's embarrassing not doing it.
Yeah.
And with me, when I say I'm going to do something, it's like, oh shoot. Or if I put it down in the day timer, it's almost like, oh, I got to do it.
I have to do it.
Yeah. And that's the same thing we were talking about, practicing. Putting it as like you're going to make the dental appointment. You're going to go to the doctors because you can't get another appointment for who knows when.
Years. That's what it feels like.
So, yeah. So, that's what you do. You schedule your time. You schedule your time. And even if you go, oh, I can't do that. I've got other things going, and I got all this going, and so shut up. So what you need to do is, reschedule it then. But you need to schedule it. You need to make it as part of your day.
Yeah.
That's why in the car works for me because, I know I'm going to do it. I'm a captive audience, so to speak.
Exactly.
Now, is there anything else that you wanted to share? I know you shared about your family.
Yeah.
You got turned on to musicals and you love them.
Oh, at the school I work at, we're starting to grow our theater program and really get into the arts. And we now have a music teacher who's going to be like our music director that's going to help with shows. So after school and kind of during time when I can, find available time slots, I work with another coworker of mine doing theater as a co-director. And that is something that I never thought I would. Yeah, directing. I was like, that has been like terrifying for me. But we did our Addams Family musical last year.
Okay.
Or I guess in May, not last year. See, my mind is not. But and I was really scared for that. I'm like, oh, I can't do this. I can't direct. I can't do some of the choreography. I can't help with the singing. I did it, and were things perfect? No, and it's never going to be 100% perfect, but I followed through and I did it, and the kids loved it, and we had a great audience, and they were receptive to it. So excellent. I'm very excited to dabble into the teaching side of me with my art.
Directing.
Yeah.
I think that's really a little bit of a key,
Yeah.
opening a door. Yeah, I think that's excellent.
Yeah.
I think it's so good.
Yeah.
You know, just don't forget to keep singing.
I will remember. I'm accountable. Yeah.
So when you took lessons, you know, speak to some of the things that we went over and you learned about performing and or keeping your voice in shape.
Yeah.
About, you know, like the pro performance that we did.
One of the things really that helped, I remember it was one of my first lessons with you, and it was a Mariah Carey song because I thought that I had to sing a certain way.
Oh, yeah.
With like runs, and there's nothing wrong with, you know, doing runs and riffs and stuff like that if that's your voice, but that wasn't really like my voice. So you really helped me to see, you know, no, you have your own style. Don't try to emulate, you know, someone else, especially because that could really mess with your vocal cords if you're trying stuff that is not healthy for you and that's not really your wheelhouse.
Yes.
So
Yes.
that was really something that helped. I think obviously the vocal lessons have helped. With performance-wise, the pro performance practices really helped. I think
It's nice to have feedback
Yeah,
from other people as well, isn't
exactly.
it?
Yeah, we would have a small group, and we would do our songs that we were going to perform, and then we would tell each other, you know, the great things about the performances, and maybe little things that we could work on. And it was really helpful, and it never felt like a dig, or it never felt like bad criticism.
Yeah, because everyone was
cared.
like
Yeah.
wonderful, you know. And I was reading about the benefits of singing.
Yes.
And when you have a group, and when you're singing, and you're in a group, it opens you up.
For sure. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And it's encouraging. It just makes you feel a lot better. And singing also helps your breathing.
Yes.
It helps your mental capacity. You know.
helped me with breathing. That's another thing I was like remembering. She was always on me about my breathing.
I know.
And I still, like I said, I sometimes fall short, but I always remember Marquita is in my mind. It's like, Bethany.
You know, I was just telling somebody else that when I was doing Let It Be, I felt myself tightening. And it's like, you got to breathe, Marquita.
Yeah.
You know, in the brain, it's like, you know, go ahead, breathe, you know. But it happens to everybody. And as soon as I took a breath, it was like, okay.
Yeah.
And it almost is like, you know, my body just said, thanks so much, because I was really feeling bad.
Yeah.
And I immediately switched. And the other thing was, remember I talked about my boy and seeing a picture of him?
Yes.
A picture, like when you're thinking about the song, holding a picture of something that makes you giggle or makes you feel happy.
Yes. Always helps.
It just relaxes you. You want it, and it's like, the kid comes out.
Yes. That was something you taught me too. Like, never let go of that kid. You got to still nurture and love that. 'Cause that's a part of you too. And you don't want to lose that spark or curiosity, I feel, for life.
Yeah, and that willingness to just go off.
Yeah.
You know, which we lose as we get older. We restrict and we stay in the confines of what people think we should
Exactly.
do, as opposed to, oh, okay.
Yeah, let me be happy.
I mean, look at me.
Yeah.
I'm over here like giggling and doing whatever. And most people would think, well, she's 76. Why is she doing that? You know, and it's like, well, that's because, you know, I'm thrilled right now.
Yeah.
Because I let my kid out. And that's
Very
what you're
important.
doing. I can see your kid.
Yeah.
This is so much fun.
It is. I love it.
Can you just sing a teeny bit so they know just how great you are?
Yes.
Just a teeny bit of something.
Happy days are here again. The skies above are clear again. So let's sing a song of cheer again. Happy days are here again.
Oh, yay! That was excellent. You know, and such feeling and meaning in it. You
And I
know?
remembered my breathing.
Like as soon as you start, you have to go, okay,
Yeah.
don't forget to breathe. Don't forget to breathe. Bethany, it has been fun. Like I said, thank you so much for being here.
Of course, anytime.
Yes. We will do it again.
Yes,
Definitely.
yes.
Okay. So, folks, I got to tell you that you need to leave a comment. Please. It helps the channel. I'm going to keep saying that,
Say
okay?
it, keep saying it.
Yes. Subscribe, ring the doggone bell if you're on YouTube, you know, and if you're on Instagram or any of the other social medias, TikToky and, you know, whatever it is, any one of them, Facebook, you know, just get a hold of us at marquitawaters.com and let me know what you thought, what you want to ask Bethany, how we can help you, okay? Because we're here to help.
Yes.
We love you, okay? Because it is, wait a second, I got to tell them about something else. Singing for a lifetime.
Yes.
That's what it's all about. Singing for a lifetime. Not for a little itsy bitsy, but for a lifetime. And in order to do that, you got to work out. You got to do your workout. And that's what we do in Singing for a Lifetime. Go to marquitawaters.com. Check out Singing for a Lifetime. It's only vocal exercises.
Yes.
It's a vocal warm-up, so I'm going to keep telling you about it until you come and check it. It's only for us girls, though. What can I say? Yeah, not sorry. Oh, did she say that?
Oh, I think you did. She said it.
Well, guys, it's been so much fun. We got to say goodbye because it's such a day, yeah. Such a mighty fine day, yeah. Woo! Bye.
Bye.
Bye.